All right. So I wanted to come on here today and I wanted to talk about, we're going to do some training for what to do now that somebody wants to know more about Plexus. And what we're going to do just for the simple of starting sharing. Okay. What you want to kind of think about, and what I love is that Plexus provides an awesome new starter kit, essentially. And it's great. And so you need to see if you have one. And if you don't, because you're starting, like you got rid of it, saying, oh, I'll never share. And then you're starting to say, I want to share. What am I going to do? You can always order one in the back office, and we can more than happy to help you see about getting that to you. Um, but what we have, and it comes with a couple things, but what I'm going to show you is this quick start guide. And it is nice because it's just the 10 steps to kind of start looking through. So that's a nice way to kind of start and do some tracking. But then you have this roadmap to success. Okay. And this is basis upon what's in your back office and what Plexus provides as you try and do your rank up roadmap. And they have trainings in the rank up roadmap to help you gain the next rank. Things that you need to do, things that you need to think about. But this is the start guide of what you wanted to think. And so, I mean, it's got some great tools in here, some places to write of like what your Franks list is. Franks stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighborhood, kids, and service. So the people that you know that fit in those categories, like the people that you know because of your kids. So those people are people, not that you're trying to say, hey, you're going to be my Plexus person, but that you just know, so that you have some ideas of where to start thinking and paying attention to people. It goes through describing what it means to have a preferred customer. It goes through what you should be doing for posting on social media. Some generalized tips for what you have. And this can change. This changes. Social media changes all the time, and we can probably do trainings on that nonstop. And there's so much in it, but it's a nice place to start. And then in the back office, you can look for more stuff in your rank up roadmap where you do those little trainings, and it kind of tracks what you've done and where you're trying to go. The other thing that comes in there is these little product cards. So awesome, because they have, I don't know if I have all of them. They have the products. Let's see. They have the products. I know this is backwards, but they have the products, the little blurb about them. And then when somebody asks, or some things that you can use to say, some talking points or words that you can use to say to tell somebody, conversation starters. But it goes through with all the products. And I even purchased at convention this last June some new cards to go with it that talk about the new lean and Joyome. So that's a great way to start. But when we think about, okay, so what am I actually supposed to do? That's great to look at and read, but what am I actually supposed to do? What you want to think about is, yeah, what are you supposed to say? Now what? Someone reaches out and says, oh, I want to know what Plexus is. What is it? What are you going to tell them? So it's kind of like when somebody starts to want to know more about this, they're getting in your car. This is your car, your road trip on Plexus, and they're getting in your car, and you want to keep them in your car, and you want to show them you're the one driving, you're the one in charge, and you want to keep them in charge. And I think this is going to take some practice. And I can't say that I'm the best at this because I'm still learning. But think about it as they're joining you in your car, and you're taking them on a road trip, and you're saying, oh, come with me over here. Let's look at this. How is that? Come with me over there. And I'm going to take you through a couple of the steps that can help on a generalized path of making it a little bit easier. And this is specific to the network marketing, just to make it a better experience for you as well as for your prospect. What you want to remember, number one, first thing to know, you are not the expert. And most people are scared to share Plexus because they're like, well, I don't know what it does. You're not supposed to know. And the person that is trying to find out from you, they don't want you to be the expert. They don't expect you to be the expert. It's better for them if you're not the expert and if you don't act like you do know it all. So what is amazing is that we have third-party validation, is what we call it, where so I'm telling you this is great, but you're not really going to believe it until you hear from someone else. Okay. I have a friend today. She messaged me and said, hey, because I'm doing this 14-day lean challenge of drinking the milk replacement shake, the lean replacement shakes I'm doing 2 meals a day. I have a few people who are only doing 1 meal a day. Anyway, one of the girls had talked to this other friend saying, hey, I'm doing this. I assume she said, I love them. I think they're great or whatever. So my friend messaged me today. She's like, hey, so-and-so said that she's doing the shakes. Do you have any samples? Can I get in on your next order? And so that being said, I dropped her off some samples and I'm going to see what I can do for her. But just me trying to say it and announce it wasn't enough, but hearing it from somebody else that, oh yeah, no, this is real, it kind of sets it off saying, oh, maybe I should try, maybe I do want to try it. Okay. So that's that third party validation. You can have it in different ways. For this instance, it was probably her testimony. I have done many 3-way calls with Christy. It has been me, my prospect, and Christy. And I really like it as a 3-way call person because I jump on, I introduce them, and then I let Christy take over. Because I'm not the expert. This is my friend and the person that I know, but I'm not the expert. Christy is. And so that's the third-party validation. The other thing is, in our back office, Plexus has provided some great tools to help make this third-party validation so much easier and takes the pressure off of you because you don't have to be the expert. Plexus has them. Plexus has some wonderful things. So what I want to do is I'm going to share with you the screen. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. When you go into your back office, oh, here we go. All right, so when you come into your back office, you're going to see this. And you're going to log in. So I'm already logged in. You can either come over to this left side, you're going to click the pull down menu and you go down to your virtual office, or the little shortcut is over here on the virtual office. Back off of that little shortcut to take you to your virtual office, okay? And it'll pull up who and where you're at, okay? Supposed to, hopefully. And what you can do, so I personally have been logging in each time and I go through and find what I want and then send it. But what you're going to end up doing is you're going to be finding a couple of the videos or the things that you like the best, and you may want to save that URL, save that address into your notes on your phone, a place that you can go when somebody asks you, you can go in really quick, copy, paste, and send it. So over on this left side in your menu, you're going to see Training Center, okay? You click Training Center and you've got 3 things that come up. Right there is the Rank Up Roadmap, which is what I had been talking about, of training tools that Plexus provides to be able to get you to your next rank. Right above it is the resource library, and that's where we're going to go today. So the first thing that you see is your resource library. You're going to select on it, and it even takes you through Start Here, Start Now, New Ambassadors. So this is where you start. It goes through the activities of the sharing system that they have, okay? And it describes some of what they have. They even have sharing system verbiages. So samples of what you could say, scripts provided for you of how you can talk to people. Now, a script, you always have to remember, so a script, you don't have to do it word for word. You can take the script, you can read it, and you can make it how you would talk so that it sounds more authentic from you, but you go along the lines of the script, and so you've already got the words set out there. There is also a workbook to work through, and all of this you can print or download and print out. Now, first, what I end up doing is I get a new person who I'm trying to talk to and trying to share a little bit about Plexus. I come to here, send. Step one. So your three-step process for sharing is send, share, and invite. Okay? First, you want to send them something. When you pull it down, you are going to see a selection of videos. Your send resources. I strongly recommend that you spend some time looking through and watching these. Even if you just do 2 a day, go through and look at them. And what I've been doing is, as I've had more prospects, I end up going through and I've watched them several times to see which ones I really want to share. And so now that I know which ones I want to share, I'm copying my URL so that I can just quickly pop it over. But you've got a couple options. You've got Plexus opportunities, so more talking like the business, based from the ambassadors. The Plexus opportunity talking about kind of like an overview of what you're seeing, what Plexus is about, the products, the business, a little bit of that. And then the product introduction overview. The Plexus Nourish Mission, which is specific to lean. But then you have some of these product videos, which can talk a lot to some very specific people. So if I have someone who's trying to, okay, what's Plexus? They just want, I said, well, it's gut health. I heard about gut health. I know it's a new thing. What is it? If they're wanting to know about just generalized gut health, or I want to kind of give them a generalized feel about what Plexus is, I'm going to come over and do this microbiome. I don't like the teaser. 30 seconds isn't enough unless they're like super busy and I just want to catch their eye. Hey, is this worth your time? I'm going for the full length microbiome video. And what I'm going to be, so you copy, paste it, and you share it. Okay. Well, let's back up just a bit because of how I'm trying to get this to introduce my sharing. This is the step. So I share a video, and then I'm going to talk to them about it. Or I'm going to send a video, I'm going to talk to them about it, and then I want to share an additional story or a testimonial with the person. Okay? And I want to make it more specific to them, to that person, that individual. After you share, so you've sent them a video, you share a testimonial, you want to invite them for an action. Okay? Action can be a couple things. And there's nothing wrong with going in your actions about how you want to do. If you want to invite them to an event, either a Facebook event or a sip and see that you might be having, you can invite them to that. You can always try, even after those 3 steps, invite them to get started and see what they say. What's the worst that can happen? They say no, and you say, okay, sounds good. Move on with our next step in the process because they're not ready. So that is the overview of your system. Now, how exactly to go about do this is a little bit taking some finesse and kind of talking about what I have been trying to learn, okay? And it's still a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure it out. But something that I have learned as I have been talking to people and sharing with them, especially within the last month, some of the trainings and the videos that I've been watching, have changed a little bit of how I've been trying to share. So I get somebody on Messenger. I like Facebook and I use Facebook Messenger a lot, or I use texting, okay? And by doing that, I get engaged with somebody and somehow I can bring up Plexus, and we can talk about that more other ways. But I bring up Plexus and I, talk about it. I was like, well, have you heard of it? Yeah, I think I've heard about it. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, sure. Or would you like to hear more? I've got a video I'd like to share with you. Yeah, sure. So now here comes the finesse of how you're exactly going to do it. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing I'm going to pull it up. The finesse of how are you going to get this video to them for their viewing pleasure. I have a short video. It's about 3 minutes. If you give me about 15 minutes, I would love to share it with you. When is a good time that works for you? So this is to try and get them to set a time. If they can do it now, great, let's do it now. If they can't do it right away, then you set up a time for next week, tomorrow. Doesn't matter when. Sooner is always better because it keeps them engaged. It keeps their mind on it. but you want to find out when works for them, when they have a 15-minute period. So the video itself only takes 3 minutes, but you want a period of time so that you can communicate with them about what they experience. So yes, so you're going to send them the video. Or no, you're not going to send them. You're going to set up the time. They say, oh, I can do it tomorrow after work. What time do you get off work? Oh, I get off work at 5:30. I'll be home around 6. How about we do 6:15 or 6:30, which works better for you? Or, you pick a time. If you want to do 6:15, great. Say, is 6:15 okay? I'll send the video. We'll send the video to you then. Or you say 6:30, doesn't matter. So what happens, you need to set an alarm so that you know. So come 6:30, hi, I hope you had a great day at work. Are you ready to watch the video? Yeah, I'm ready. All right. You copy, paste, you send it a video, and then you say, I'm going to watch it with you. And you can watch it with them because then click when the video starts and when the video ends. So when the video ends, you can then talk to them. And the biggest thing is to be able to start engaging them right away. When we try and talk to people, you want to make sure that you're talking to them on how they feel. The second part of network marketing and how you're sharing with people is that I've heard this many a times. Facts tell, stories sell. So it's the stories, it's the connection is what people are going to buy for. People buy for feelings more than they buy for what they think. So what you want to ask them about it is, I love the science behind this. What did you love? And you can open it up to say that, or you can say, what did you love about it? What resonated with you? What stood out? The idea is that you want to connect with them on a more emotional. If you just say, so what did you think? They're thinking, I don't know about this. Has this been researched? It's not. You don't want to know what they think. You want to know what they feel. So how did that stand out to you? Does this sound familiar? You want to tap into their emotions. So what a good goal is that people want to feel comfortable. They want to feel validated with what they have going on in their health story, and they want to feel hope. So you want the person to invite you. What I have been trying to do, and I have it written on my mirror, is Plexus is not about me. My business is not about me. It's about them. It's about you. It's about the people that I'm trying to talk to. Because it doesn't matter what this now changes for me. I already have my story. It matters what this is going to do for them. And that's how they're going to know whether this is worth it for them. So even with these informational videos, especially the microbiome, if they're very interested on, so how does this gut health, how does Plexus work to help with gut health? Maybe Triplex is the better video. And so you talk to them and say, gosh, that sound familiar? What stood out to you? So you're getting them on there. And then you say, if you don't know exactly you want to find out from them, how did it make you feel? What are you experiencing? What do you want to get out of gut health and goals? Because you want to target them based on their individual needs. It's that feel validated, feel comfortable, because they want to be comfortable sharing this stuff with you, because not a lot of people like to share about their health stories. And they want to feel hope that this is something that will help them. So ideally, testimonies are going to take it to that next step of making it feel better for them. So this area is going to be your what is it, what does it do? Send them the video. Now you want to share the story with them. Share that testimony and tap into their emotional connection about what that is. Okay? So within your back office, what you have here is a small collection of some testimonies worth watching. And these were some really neat testimonies that they shared with us at Plexus. And so they're, essentially professional videos that are done. But this is not the end all. These are not the only testimonies to share. In our Pink Health page, there are tons of testimonies. And so when you go into Pink Health, which I did not pull up Facebook. Let me see if I can do this. real quick. Within our Pink Health page, there's tons of testimonials, and if you can't get enough out of that, then you can always look for other things. Where's my groups? But you can always look for so many different pages. There's groups to be in that have a lot of testimonials. When you go there, you're going to use the search bar. Granted, it's going to be a little bit different for your computer versus your phone, but within the Pink Health page, it's very similar. At the top, see how it says Pink Health right here, and you've got the search. You're going to want to say Pink Health search, and you can say, lately I've been looking at CrossFit. I have some people that are doing CrossFit. No, that's not what I wanted. Yay. How do I search in here then? On my phone, it's very easy that I can search within Pink Health because that's the only place that it goes. Oh, here, search in this group. It's down on the left side of the column. And so we're going to say CrossFit because I have 2 individuals who do a lot of CrossFit. So within the Pink Health page, you're going to look down and you're going to see testimonials that start to mention the word CrossFit. And you want to pick one that you're going to read through the testimonial, and you want to pick one that that would apply to them. Okay? I like this post right here. I'm just going to eat right and exercise so I don't need Plexus. And it goes into details about how that doesn't work. And I've gotten this objection quite a bit. Okay? So here's her testimony. So awesome. What I recommend is you can download the picture to your phone. So you can save, you can download the picture to your phone, save the picture because pictures always help. And then you copy the text and you paste it into whatever message form you're using with this person. Again, how did this resonate with you? Does this sound at all familiar? I love her story. What do you love about it? So you're tapping into their emotions so that they are feeling connected to you. Again, you're driving the bus. You're driving your own car, and you need to be the one in charge. You tap into their emotions and you say, what did you love about this? Isn't this awesome? They're going to say, yeah, this sounds so familiar. They're like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I love that she was skeptical at first, and I'm pretty skeptical. So they want to connect with that, and you're going to tap into those emotions. So first, you have sent them the video. Now you've sent them, hang on, let me go find a testimonial. I was just reading about that today. You can come in, find this group, search anything you want. Dementia. The tricky part is there's some testimonials about dementia. There's going to be some articles about it. We've tried to hashtag a variety of different things in many of our newer posts in Pink Health so that they are easier and more applicable to what we might see. But yeah, you're going to find so many things. And I've got other groups if this one doesn't provide you enough. It usually helps to have 2 or 3 groups that you can look through so that you can find even some of the more rare cases. Arthritis. Oh, there's so many things about arthritis. And I guess it's because so many people have an issue with it. And it's inflammation. Gut health is going to address your inflammation. So from here, the next step within your system is going to be invite. So you've got send, share, and invite. With the next step being invite, you now are going to invite them to action. And what that action is up to you. There's nothing wrong with saying, well, are you ready to get started and give it a try? And they may say, no, or I don't know about this. Well, it doesn't really matter what they say. It doesn't. if they say, no, I'm just not ready, you can always say, well, what more information do you need to get started today? Oh, how much does it cost? And then you're going to share with them how much it costs. Typically, I would give them the price as a preferred customer. Say, don't even buy retail. It's ridiculous. You can always buy as a preferred customer. It sets you up for an order for next month. And if you don't want it, you can cancel it the next day, the day after you set it up. No penalty, no fees. I just don't want you spending more money than you have to. I often recommend that you have a graphic on your phone that has the prices so that you can easily go through and say, it's this. Say, if you're looking to spend 2 months or invest 2 months into Plexus and see what you're having, and you want the full gut health, like the triplex, you're looking to spend over $100, you want to say that in a nicer way. But if you're wanting to see, are you really willing to put in 2 months of a commitment, you can always buy as a wholesale ambassador, where you pay a yearly fee of $39.95 and you get wholesale prices on anything and everything for a year. Pretty great deal. And then, so there's your prices. And they're like, oh, I can't make that work. And you're like, okay, I understand that's tricky. What is your price range? So that we can then fit something, give you something to try to fit within your price range. And a lot of people will say 50, 60 bucks. And you're like, well, triplex is a little more than that, yes. But if you don't get the slim and you only buy ProBio 5 and BioCleanse, then you can start working on your gut health. It may take longer to get your desired results because you don't have the balanced blood sugar like slim offers, but it's still an option to try. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So thinking about, where they're at. And if they keep waffling and saying no, then they're not ready. And that's okay. Not everyone's going to be ready. I think currently, I've heard a couple different stories about how many times to talk to people before they're ready to commit to Plexus or in network marketing just in general. And it's anywhere from the 5th time that you've talked to them about it, and specifically about this network marketing, about what you're trying to sell, either the 5th to the 12th time. I know that's a broad range, and it just depends on who you talk to within the network marketing community. So most people are not going to be ready right away, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Your personal worth as a person is in no way dependent on what they do, on whether they say yes or no. It doesn't matter what they say yes or no. You are providing them with the information, and it's up to them to decide. Okay, how you say it and what you do and how you go about doing it can make a difference, yes, but it's not going to affect your worth. And that's probably the biggest thing, is that your worth and who you are is in no way affected on whether they say yes or no. It just isn't. And you're just going to have to get used to that, because more people will say no than people will say yes. And what happens when they say no? They're not ready. And so your invitation is going to be a little bit different. Okay. You invited them to action and they said no, they're not ready. Say, oh, I totally get it. Would it be all right if I added you to my private Facebook group where there's lots of testimonials, research, and different articles to talk about gut health? It's called Pink Health. Can I add you to that? And most people say, sure, that's fine. And you go in, add them to Pink Health, and then you can tag them in a post or two to kind of keep their head out. Okay. So once you've done that, you've invited them to that, or you invite them to the event. Sometimes we do 7-day slim trials. Sometimes we do 3-day slim trials, or a 3-day blitz. You can always invite them to that Facebook party. Sip and see, like I said, you can always invite them to that, but that's your action of inviting them. And inviting them to the group is okay. This, however, is where they're getting out of the car. So the most important thing that you want to do is don't let them out of your car too soon. You want to be the one in control. You're sending them the video, the information, you're sharing some stories with them, trying to get their emotional connection. And if they're not ready, then you can let them out of their car, but you want to keep driving by their house. You want to continue to engage in them. And this is where we call it the relationship building, where you're continuing to be their friend. You're reaching out for them, non-Plexus related, to kind of build that relationship, to reconnect with them if it's been a while since you've talked to them, or just keep you in their mind and let them know that you care about them. You've got to do both ways. And then when something comes up, like, we have free shipping come Thanksgiving weekend, they usually do something. They run specials periodically, quite often. Actually, this year I would say they've run a special pretty much every month. And either you can get free shipping, or this month in October, it's $10 off of a $99 welcome pack, $20 off of a $199 welcome pack. Or you have a free join code, and you can always message them back. But if you haven't been relationship building, then if you're only talking to them about Plexus, they're going to think you don't really care about them, that you just want their money, which should not be the case. Because my business is not about me. My business is about them. My business is about helping other people. So it's what does it matter and how is it going to help them? You relationship build with them, and then you can easily, when something comes up, hey, I was just thinking about you, send them a new testimonial. Relationship build another time or two. Thanksgiving rolls around. Hey, they're doing free shipping for anyone who orders as a new preferred customer and you order over $75. Now would be a great time. Are you ready to get started? Before the holiday season kicks in. January is also a big month, and it's big to get them thinking about it now. That's why this last 90 days of the year is huge, so that come January, they know where they want to go. All right, let's see, where are we? The biggest thing to remember is this is a process of learning. This is not going to come easily. You're going to make mistakes and you're going to turn people off, and that's okay. It's not going to be the end all be all. If people say no, then it doesn't matter. And it's as simple as, it's not going to ruin your friendship for them to say no. It's just like you said, hey, I got this great movie. Hey, you want to borrow it? They're like, no, not right now. Okay, no big deal. Let me know when you want to. Same kind of thing. It doesn't need to be a big deal. We tend to make it a big deal based on what we are feeling or what we're experiencing. It doesn't need to be. This is going to take some time. Oops. I've got all my alarms going off. It's time to get off the phone. It's time to get off the call. The biggest thing that I want you to remember is that this is a goal. This is something that you have an interest in, and you have a dream to say, this would be great. I would really like to do this. Even if it's bringing in just $400 extra a month for your family, $1,000 extra a month. For me, I want more. I have some bigger dreams that I want to accomplish, and I want to be able to help people as I do that. And I have been learning and seeing and hearing a lot from a few different people that God is not going to put a dream or a desire in your heart if you're not worthy for it. And you are worthy. And He's not going to put that dream and desire in your heart for no reason. So defining these things of your dreams and then working towards them, this is all going to take some time, and it's going to take some work, but it's going to be so worth it. Some things to think about specific to the network marketing world. There's some professionals that I have really gained a lot. Eric Worre, W-O-R-R-E, he wrote a book called Go Pro, and it explains how to do network marketing, how to approach these things. Another person that I really enjoyed was Preston Pugmire. I've heard a lot of good things about him. I haven't been as much listening to him, but I've heard great things about him. And then you have Bob Heilig. So Bob Heilig, he created a company called Your Virtual Upline, where he is the one training you. And I think it works really well for a lot of people who don't have some good training within them, of giving them some confidence and training. It's great to have that perspective, and you don't even have to pay anything. He has a free weekly podcast. You can follow him on Facebook. If you want to, you can join his Leadership Academy, and I think it's $57 a month. And if you want to do 3 months and then stop, you can do 3 months and stop. But he only opens enrollment for his program a few times a year. I'm not even sure if he does it quarterly or if he only does it He may do it less than quarterly. I don't remember. But I did a 14-day free trial, and then he does those usually when he opens up enrollment as a 14-day free trial. So yes, those are some great resources just to learn about generalized network marketing. And then we can talk more about how to fit it in with Plexus. So I'm excited for you to start sharing with people. The idea that we share a lot is sharing is caring. And it's because you care about people and you want to help others as to why you want to share this, because you're excited about what it's done for you. So just remember that as we get through all the sharing. I think this is going to be great.